Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my March budget results. So actually, I always do that. I need to keep that open. So all of my fixed expenses are paid. And then all of my income is recorded. I did not get any variable income. And I wasn't expecting any in March. That is, right now for me, is like my student loan refunds, which those amounts will be going down after my May term. But I can already, I'll show you guys because I already have I expected $2,000 from student loan refunds, which is more than I wanted to do. Next time I renew that, it'll be way less each term. I've received $2,575 because I got my Discover card it was a secured card, and so I gave them $500 for my credit line, and they refunded that back to me. So that was a nice little bonus for that. But anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and do. I am actually going to close this so that it's a little bit taller, not so much on the coil, but I'll leave this page open. So for my daycare, I budgeted $300 and it was actually $240.48. So I was under budget by $59.52. And I think I was thinking that I wanted to change how I was writing that stuff. That's January. Okay, no, I'm good. All right. Fuel, I budgeted $80, and I had $37.46 left. So I spent $42.54. For groceries, I budgeted $400. We had $23.15 left. Minus $23.15. So we spent $376.85. I didn't spend anything for allowance, so I still have all of that. Sinking funds, I was over by, I believe that's $222. Yeah, I don't know why I even felt the need to calculate that. Oh, it's one of those days for me. $222.31 over budget, which is just fine. I don't mind being over budget there. And I didn't have any business expenses. And I didn't have any unbudgeted. I did make 2 extra payments to debt. One of them was $549.54 and the other was $100. So I was over budget there by $599.54. Again, that's fine. I don't mind being over on debt payments or sinking funds. Like, that doesn't bother me. So there's that. And then also, I was able to make this large payment. It was at the beginning, I don't know if you guys can see that. It was at the beginning of March. And that came from, some variable income in February. So that's where, or from my tax return. So that's where that money came from to pay that bill, which is why this will show that I'm way over what I actually made. So, that's where that came from, in case there was any, like, because there's going to be some discrepancies. Because I made $840 and I just in my fixed expenses have already spent more than that. And that's a big chunk of that is most of these bills were paid out of my tax return because of vacation. And also because this paycheck was only $172. So that's what went on there, was because I had, on this check was 2 days that I worked for this paycheck. But out of my tax return that I got at the end of February, I'm trying to think when I actually received it. On the 27th, I think. I made a lot of extra payments there. I've got some extra here. And that is because, and then a lot of that money also went to paying my bills for March and some into April, just because I knew this was going to be a small check. So let's go ahead and add some of this up. $42.54, $376.85. Okay, so that put me at $1631.72. And so that was $521.72 over what I budgeted. Which is just fine, because the only things I was over budget on was money into my sinking funds and money to my debt payments. And then I think in April, I still have extra debt payment here, but I also have a sinking fund for debt payoff. And so that's basically, and I did that because it's in a separate checking account. So I'll still keep track of it here, but it will be considered a sinking funds thing. So that's how that went. But anyway, let's flip back to March. All of these are done. It wasn't a ton of extra stuff. Like February was a lot of sinking funds activities, a lot of debt payment activities. Also, I will still, even though debt payoff is a sinking fund for the dark pink, I still will put it on there in a yellow sticker. And that is just mostly so it stands out more to me. But also, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do that, because I think I'm going to have my sinking fund and just kind of build that up, and maybe just build it up to pay my student loans off in big chunks, but I'm not really sure how I'm doing that yet. So we're already into April, and that is how February went for me. So not terrible. Could have been better. Actually, honestly, I don't think, the only way it could have been better was more income, but that's not an every month thing, but it could have been a lot worse. So I think we did pretty good. And I'm going to end this here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.